I want to share with you a story about a lesson that I learned that changed my entire life in my mid 20s. There's once upon a time where I was really struggling in all areas of my life. Financially, in my previous relationship, in my business, in my self-image, my self-worth, my confidence. Everything seemed like, let me rewind. Nothing seemed like it was working. And it wasn't until I realized this one thing that everything started to change. And I'll get to that point in a second. But during this time in my life, I was for sure self-sabotaging every step of the way. Nothing was going good. I wasn't feeling good. I was getting upset about the smallest things. Nothing was coming back to me in terms of opportunities. I wasn't necessarily feeling like, I didn't feel like I was living a good life. I wasn't happy. I was just miserable all the time, and I was using distractions to try to put me out of that misery with video games, with social media, with not focusing on what needs to get done in my business to make a move into the next chapter of the business. Like, everything was just going to shit pretty much. And it wasn't until this one day that I went on a walk, and I don't know if it was some sort of epiphany or if it was just like a strong moment of realization that what I was doing wasn't working. But I was on this walk, and I'll never forget it. It was nothing crazy, but I just remembered waking up that morning and on that walk deciding that I was going to operate a little differently. Instead of stressing about all the things that wasn't working and trying to figure out what I needed to do next to solve the problem, I told myself that I was going to enjoy the walk, that I was going to be present on this walk, that I was going to appreciate the birds chirping and the fact that the sun was out and the fact that I could move my body on this walk. And I was going to focus on those things. And it's funny because ever since I made that transition, my entire life has started to change. And I know that this might sound corny because one walk changed my life, but really it was the first step into catapulting myself into a better life. And I'll explain why, or at least my understanding as to why I think it happened. You see, what happens in life when you are constantly sulking in negative energy, how in the world can the world bring back positive energy to you? Like attracts like. And if you feel like your life sucks or that you're in a very low point, know that the only thing that's going to get you out of that is positive energy. And what do I mean by positive energy? I mean practicing gratitude. I mean being lighter on yourself, opening yourself up to yourself. And what I mean by that is not drowning in the anger so much. Like, just because you are not where you want to be right now doesn't mean that you aren't capable. And in fact, what you're going through right now is preparing you for the next step. You have to go through the mistakes. You have to go through the trial and error in order to get to the next step. It's the only way. And the biggest difference in making progress between somebody who is self-sabotaging and someone who is appreciating life is that the person who's appreciating life is going to attract more opportunities. They're going to put themselves out there in a healthier way to where potential new relationships or friendships or opportunities with people you might meet on the side of the road. You might meet somebody on the side of the road who needs their who needs a what am I trying to say whenever your car loses its battery power? Needs a jump. So let's say someone needs a jump and you're having the worst day of your fucking life. But you're like, you know what? I'm just going to pull over and give this person a jump because they look like they need some help. just gonna be a good person, gonna put some good energy out into the world. You never know who that person might be. That person might be the person who introduces you to another person who changes your entire life, who gives you a job, who is the next client in your business that takes you to the next level, who maybe not even just monetarily, but just in general, maybe it's a friend that you meet who changes your life and presents you with all these other relationships that add so much abundance to your life. On the flip side, if you're so drowned in the negative energy that you're like, I don't have the energy, I don't care to help anybody right now, I have my own problems to worry about, and you just drive past the person who needs a jump, now you're still in the same place that you were before, and not only that, but you're digging yourself deeper and deeper and deeper into the hole until you realize that this isn't working. Until you go on a walk one day and just realize, I have got to operate a little different. Because I'm telling you, as soon as I realized that drowning in the negative energy wasn't helping, I was able to make the choice to not drown in the negative energy. And what did that do? It helped me appreciate where I was at. It helped me understand where I was at so that I could make the next step. It helped me appreciate where I was at so that I could attract good energy into my life. Because everything is about energy. We are all made up of atoms, made up of energy. When you're drowning in negativity, you're gonna attract other people who are very negative. And vice versa. When you're soaking in the positive energy, regardless of what's going on in life, the chances of you finding a good opportunity are so much higher over here. I can say for myself that even today, I felt the self-sabotage come into my life because I was planning on releasing a digital product today. All shit hit the fan. Is that even the right way to say it? No, I don't think that's right to say it. Shit hit the fan. Everything didn't work. Nothing worked today. Today was a very much rough day. I can't even talk right. That's how rough today has been. But I've been pushing through, and each moment that I felt like, wow, today fucking sucks, I would say it out loud so that I could get rid of that energy. And what happened is, as soon as I let that out in my own personal space, it allowed me to say, okay, let's just put our head down, let's figure this solution out, and push the date back one day. Big whoop. The world is not going to end. And that was something I always thought way back in the day when I was feeling so miserable. I just felt like there wasn't any hope. And I felt like, oh, my life is doomed because it sucks right now. And I was only 25, 26 years old. I'm only 28 right now. We're just getting started. So many people in life I hear, like, oh, I'm afraid to hit the 30s. I feel like I'm getting old. And it's like, man, we are entering the best stages of our lives, because the 20s is all about making mistakes and fucking up and figuring out who you are. The 30s is all about knowing who you are and taking action and putting that action into a direction that's going to be meaningful. It's going to return great things to yourself, to your family, to the people around you. This is a fucking beautiful life that we live. And if every waking moment was great or beautiful or happy, happiness would lose its value, because it's about the contrast. So if you can appreciate the low moments, if you can sit in the hole, be like, wow, sitting down here does suck in the moment, but I'm thankful that I'm alive. I'm thankful that I can move my limbs, and I'm thankful that I have the power to get out of this hole with the right mindset and with the right dedication. As long as you do that, I feel like you can be resilient towards anything. It is all about what's going on up here. There are reasons why certain people survived the Holocaust. If you haven't read The Man's Search for Meaning, I highly recommend it, because it will help you understand the power of your mind. If you can learn to not see what your current situation is as so negative, and to avoid drowning in it and losing hope for your life and for yourself and for your future, if you can avoid that, and you can instead cling to a positive outcome that could happen, the chances of you surviving whatever you're going through right now and then later thriving through all of that is so much higher. As soon as I realized that every day there is something to be grateful for, suddenly, as soon as I started to practice that gratitude, more positive things came back to me, because like attracts like. And if we want to live a beautiful life, we can't expect it to be handed to us. It has to start from within, has to be internal. And then what happens is the external reciprocates that energy back to us, but it has to start with you. I hope you enjoyed this video. If it was helpful, leave a like, comment below what your thoughts are. Tell me what you're struggling with, because I guarantee you somebody else is struggling with that as well. And if you want to connect, hit me up on Instagram at AshtonTJoe. I would love to hear from you. And just know that I love you, because yesterday your boy played some basketball and he fucked his back up and it's hurting so goddamn much right now. But I wanted to make this video because I was feeling passionate about it and I wanted to share this message. So I hope it impacted you. Much love, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Oh, fuck. I'm not playing. My back is fucked up, guys. God damn. And I almost forgot to mention that the one thing that I've been working on all day and for the last 6 months is finally available. It's called the Dreamflow Operating System, and it's a Notion template designed to help you take your creative business and your life to the next level so that you can systemize and just have a process for everything. If you're interested in learning more about that, you can find it in the description. There's a link for you there, and I would love to see you inside. Have a great week, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.